when you came across artists like Jay-Z, Biggie, and Tupac that grew up on your music, how
Mhm.
much respect and love did they have for you, and how did they say that the Furious Five and Grandmaster Flash impacted them?
Okay, so when I met Jay Z on a few occasions. Jay Z was actually the person who bestowed my group with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction trophy
Crazy.
March 12th, 2007. And but we didn't really get an opportunity to really talk. But it it seemed as though he was uh, happy to to meet us or whatever. But because it was such an informal and quick thing, I don't really feel as though I got a true sense of um, whether or not he appreciated our contribution. And then we met Biggie because we helped break um, one of his first releases. I think it was Juicy. We had a show on our radio on Hot 97 in New York back in the mid '90s, and Biggie was Biggie was pretty cool and receptive, and we actually got a chance to like spit on the same same instrumentals together when he came up to the radio station, and we had him on the show live, and Tupac. Um, when I met Tupac, I actually met Tupac at Jack the Rapper convention in Atlanta
Mm.
uh, in the '90s, shortly before he was murdered. And we were staying at the Omni Hotel, and I happened to be on the floor right above the floor he was staying on. And so I get on the elevator and go downstairs to the lobby one day. That day. And the elevator doors opened up on the floor under me, and a dude got on, and then there was an entourage, and Tupac was with them. And so I guess the people who were in Tupac's security uh, said to me and the one dude who got on the elevator before them, yo, can y'all step off the elevator because Tupac and his entourage are about to get on to go downstairs. So I said, well, Tupac and his entourage, it's very nice to meet you. My name is Rahiem, and I'm from Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. I'm going downstairs as well. I think this gentleman is too. So why don't we all get on the elevator together and go down? And so at the time, Pac, he had a plastic cup in his hand, and I could smell that it was alcohol. It was dark liquor, and it smelled like this. And so he ice grilled me when he got onto the elevator. Um, and but I didn't let that like change my energy. I smiled and I was like, "Yo, it's very nice to meet you, Tupac. I'm a fan, even though at the time I wasn't." Um, and so I said, very nice to meet you. I said, because I earlier that same day I saw Melly Mel and Scorpio talking to Shock G from Digital Underground. I was like, I said to Pac, yo, I saw Melly Mel and Scorpio talking with Shock G earlier, and they were actually talking about Shock G producing the Furious Five album. Um, did you happen to see them? I'm looking for them now. I'm trying to, get back up with them. And he was like, I'm tired of people asking me where's this one and where's that. I don't even know where the F Tupac is sometimes. And then he just ice grilled me some more, and then finally the elevator doors got to the lobby, and we ice grilled each other and went our separate ways. Rest in peace, Tupac. Um, you know, I'm not a I'm not a confrontational person by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm also uh, far from the punk, and I don't know how to back down coming from where I'm from, unless you're a whole gang. Talk about whooping my ass. But if you ain't no whole gang and you just a man with 2 hands and 2 feet like me, then ain't no way I'm gonna fear somebody who got the same attributes as I do. So you know, I wasn't fearful. I just, you know, I didn't want any confrontation. And not even because he had an entourage with him and I was by myself, because honestly, everybody in his entourage on the elevator that day seemed like they wasn't no taller than like Kevin Hart. And I was like, yo, I'm a bowling ball to these niggas. I'm bowling little niggas over, you know what I mean? But I didn't want to, you know, engage in that energy. So I just kept it moving. And later on, maybe shortly before Tupac was murdered, I actually became one of the biggest Tupac fans like ever. Like I absolutely love Tupac, and I didn't initially at all. I thought Tupac was whack as an MC because the technical aspects of being an MC, um, like as far as rhythm, to me, he wasn't the best rhythmically when, you know, when he got on his songs. But as I listened to his music um, while he was still alive, and then even more after his death, it it gave me a whole new respect for him as an artist, and the parallels between he and Biggie were none, in my opinion, after I began listening to Tupac's music and compared it to Biggie's. To me, there's no comparison, even though Biggie was a phenomenal artist as well, rest in peace. But he was a different type of artist than Tupac was, and I don't think that you could compare the two of them, because Biggie never spit anything that made me feel any emotion, but everything Tupac said made me emotional. I can't listen to Tupac and drive. I'd be aggressive as fuck. You know what I mean?